In my previous two videos, we looked at kids and teens wearing weaves. So in this video, we're going to look at where does, their hate for the God-given hair come from, So first of all, what I have realized is that the hate comes from two places. The first place is that it comes from home. You see, think about it. A child's first 3 years is the most important years in their life because that is where they learn, a lot of things, and in that 3 years, they learn from their parents and also family members, you see. So if the environment that a child grows in teaches them to hate their hair, it will be easier for the society and also the media to do the same, you see. Because let's be honest, after they spend all those years at home, start school, and at school they'll meet a lot of kids from different cultures and race, you see. And let's be honest, some kids, they are mean, you see. So I have a perfect example about that. You see, it's in page out of this book, the Big South African Hair book, you see. So in page 26, you see, is where the author, she asked, this person is also a YouTuber, her name is Ash and Life, the question, growing up, what was your relationship with your hair like? She said, growing up, the influences on my hair was too prolonged. I had a Tanzanian side of my family where the idea is, if your hair is considered hard and difficult to take care of, why wouldn't you relax your hair? And why wouldn't you relax your hair if you are from a well-to-do family? And then growing up and living in a country where we were the minority in terms of race and couldn't be the little girl with kinky hair. I remember living in the UK. There was a girl in my class who was Trinidadian and Jamaican descent. She looked just like the girl on the relaxer box. Her hair was long, silky, and straight, and her mom would style it with those colorful baubles. She would tease me to death because of how African and untidy my hair looked. We were the only two black girls in the class. So at the age of 7, I got my first relaxer. You see, so looking at this, you understand why I said that, hate comes from two places. It first starts at home, you see, and then you also go into your environment. You're also gonna get hate there, you see. But most of the time, to be honest, hate, for your natural hair doesn't always start at home, Sometimes at home, you will be taught, to love your hair. But then you go to school, you'll find the bullies there. You go and watch TV, you'll find, European beauty standards is being prioritized. You won't really see people, with your hair type on TV. If young girls, see cappuccino girls for their whole life on TV, it will be very hard to convince them that they should love, their own hair, or they should love, their own features, you see, because this cappuccino girls is like the face of many brands, that represent black women. But the irony of that is that not many black women look like that. Many black women aren't light-skinned or have, type 3 curls, you see. So now that we know that where, the hate for natural hair comes from, we're gonna look at why mothers relax their kids' hair from a very young age. And then we're gonna find that in page 33, you see, to understand it better. Page 33, it says, as children, our parents used to relax our hair as a form of protection to help us fit into society because they understood the consequences of not fitting in. And the person who said this is the founder of Earthy. Her name is Mami Mutembu Focus. Oh my word, I don't know her surname. But anyway, it says here, our hair is a problem because our blackness and our Africanness is a problem. As long as our Africanness is a problem and we are treated differently and looked at with suspicion and excluded, our hair will never just be hair. We are oppressed because of our black skin, our black hair, our black noses, you see. So now we understand why is it that, like the mothers of, like, I feel like my generation's parents, relaxed, their kids' hair from a very early age. It's because they, like, grew up in the era of the white man ruling, better known as the apartheid years. In that years, straight hair was the norm, and they didn't really know how to take care of textured hair. But that is not to say that every single black family did follow the norm. There were a few people who preferred to keep the hair natural, you see. So it makes sense. The mothers didn't relax their kids' hair because they know they are going to get bullied, or there's just going to be consequences, you see. And they didn't want to put their kids through that. There's a lot of weave companies, you see, who are targeting black women, especially, who from a young age have been, conditioned to believe that their hair isn't beautiful. So that's why you see now there's a lot of, weave companies coming out, because, insecure black women are being targeted, you see. You hear things like, I don't know if you guys saw that clip. I'm gonna link the clip here, where that woman said that no, you shouldn't come with your natural hair to her event.
Your natural hair is good for church programs. Your natural hair is good for when you want to pick your kids at school. Don't bring your natural hair to my event. I have natural hair, but I'm wearing a wig. But when you natural hair, you're wearing a nice dress. I'm looking at the dress up. I just look at the face, and they do one thing. They do one thing when they pay me. So we don't do that small makeup and say you're a minimalist. No.
So I don't know if you know that celebrity, Joe Praise. Yeah, when he got married, his wife wore her natural hair to the wedding, and the comment section went crazy because they're like, yeah, they know it's her wedding day. Why is it that she did put effort in with her hair?
This is gospel singer Moses Bliss, and he recently got married to this beautiful lady over here. But a lot of people had an issue with the fact that she wore her natural hair to her wedding. As you can see, her hair is long and it is beautiful. The thing is, who said that when you get married you have to wear a 20-inch long Brazilian wig? And why is wearing your natural hair as a black woman considered not elegant or not fashionable enough? I'm so glad that she did this, and I hope that it's gonna push a lot of women to wear their natural hair on their own wedding days.
And you guys also remember, like, that athlete, if I remember her surname correctly, it's Bell. Oh my word, I don't remember her surname, but on her wedding day, she went with her relaxed hair, and then the internet went crazy. They were like, no, her hair isn't done, she should have laid edges. The only reason why they said that is because she went to a wedding with her hair out. She didn't opt to go for a weave, so now we understand why a lot of black women are out here, how can I say, expressing their insecurity onto other people's, because they themselves don't like their hair, so they go online and project their insecurities on other people who are just living life, minding their own business, and that isn't right. What, the one thing I realized is that our parents are they are busy healing from their childhood, from their from the early childhood and early adulthood, because let's be honest, they didn't know better. They are only now starting to learn how to take care of textured hair, and they are only now starting to find products that's for our hair type, you see. So I feel like if this generation of women can start to embrace their natural hair, start to love their natural hair, then it will be easier for the next generation to do the same. Because, you know, let's be honest, the generations coming after us, they will learn from our generation, you see. So yeah, I really feel that it's very important that we, you know, as Black women should, you know, just start to, you know, embrace our Africanness, embrace our blackness, embrace our black features, our black hair, you know, our textured hair. You see, we should start to, you know, just be comfortable, you know, being ourselves.